We are going to present our study about the construction of female characters in the novel Suluk Sang Pembaharu, Ajaran dan Perjuangan Syekh Siti Jenar by Agus Sunyoto. There was a time when men held nearly absolute power in the society. Men act as leaders, husbands, decision makers, and other numerous important roles, while women were practically valueless without men. Women had no choice but to follow all norms and customs that deprived them from almost all kinds of freedom, including freedom to life. In a discursive perspective, there's a link of narrative that builds up between male and female characters, especially through conversation and debate. Speaking of relationship between men and women, it is certainly related to construction issues. There is a domination toward women that men want to confirm. It is this relationship between men and women that will be the focal point in this study based on aspects of vocalization and gender equality in the novel Suluk Sang Pembaharu, Ajaran dan Perjuangan Syekh Siti Jenar 2004 by Agus Sunyoto. The growth of Islam in Indonesia, especially in Java, is closely related to the rule of Wali Songo, one of the most influential and notable figures of Wali Songo in the development of Islam was Syekh Siti Jenar. In various Java's chronicles, he is presented as an antagonist with his supposed deviant teachings. However, the novel Suluk Sang Pembaharu, Ajaran dan Perjuangan Syekh Siti Jenar presents this character by taking a different point of view. Numerous researchers have investigated the existence and controversy of Syekh Siti Jenar and the Javanese educational philosophy contained in his thoughts. Previous research about the novel was carried out through the perspective of teaching, asceticism, and aspect of power relations. Another research highlights women's leadership based on Islamic values combined with Javanese local wisdom. Meanwhile, research on gender issues by examining narrations and vocalization was done by Kurniati 2015 to see the subordination of the main characters in the novel Burung-Burung Rantau 1992. Among studies on the figure of gender and the issues of women and gender, there is a potential research gap because none has focused on analyzing the construction of women in the novel Suluk Sang Pembaharu, Ajaran dan Perjuangan Syekh Siti Jenar through a gender approach. Therefore, the main objective of this study is to explore the construction of female characters by examining the narration and vocalization that exist in the text through a gender approach. So, how are female characters constructed in the novel Suluk Sang Pembaharu, Ajaran dan Perjuangan Syekh Siti Jenar by Agus Sunyoto that was published at 2004? Analysis of the narration and vocalization was carried out with the narratologic pole approach 1997. A descriptive analytical method with the gender theory is used to see how female characters are constructed in the text. The descriptive analytical method is carried out by describing the facts which are then followed by analysis. Moving on to the analysis, the vocalization of Abdul Jalil, the given name of Syekh Siti Jenar, as suggested by the narrator in the excerpt shown earlier, indicates that there are different attitudes from fellow men in their view of human rules. The shock that Abdul Jalil felt as he witnessed the brutal practice of men towards women shows that he had a different view and ideology from Sundanese people in general in their view of women. The misery that emerged through the vocalization of Abdul Jalil and his view on the adversity of Sundanese women is evidence of a different perspective of the existing social constructions. Abdul Jalil, through his vocalization, voiced out his concern and dissent over the social constructions that place women as mere objects. Sundanese women, including those noble women, were positioned as objects that were not given a chance to speak out their minds. They were obligated to follow the established values and order obediently, even if they had to die for it. One particular value which Sundanese women had no choice but to accept and do it was the Belapati custom, especially for those blue-blooded widows whose husbands have preceded them already. In addition to the view of women in Sundanese society mentioned previously, Jenner's vocalization also illustrates the encouragement of gender equality through his support over the rules of Nyi Mas Gandasari and Nyi Indang Gelis. The analysis of the role of female characters through narration and vocalization of the main characters illustrate how Jenner strongly supports the existence of women in the public sphere. The appearance of Nyi Mas Gandasari as the female commander reinforced the view that each person has the character of greatness and glory. While the role of women in the public sphere was still considered taboo at the time, Jenner actually had taken a long view supporting her progress. In fact, he did not hesitate to acknowledge women's dominion, an important role behind the glory of the king through the figure of Nyi Indang Gelis. Finally, the study eventually revealed that the narrator and vocalizator seem to strengthen women's positions through their roles as leaders and determinants of the success of male characters in the text. That will be the conclusion of our presentation. Thank you.